You know when you see something like this? It's a certain style, a certain je ne sais quoi, that type of aesthetic that's almost mind-numbingly bright, overbearing visuals that are just simply so appealing. This is one of my favorite aesthetics in gaming, the unconventional UIs, the mind-melting graphics, just weird little creatures. I've dubbed it digital lobotomy, for lack of a better term. And today, we're all gonna get the ice pick through our eye, digitally speaking. Starting off light with Nubby's Number Factory, it is probably the least offensive to look at, but I still think it fits in. Nubby's Number Factory is playing more into the early 90s edutainment rabbit hole than the digital lobotomy, but it's sort of a mix of the two. Nubby is one of the many games to come into its glory post-Balatro, as it's a similar concept. Think Pop Games Peggle meets Balatro. Each level, you try to bounce Nubby here into these pegs, surpassing the goal on the right, before proceeding to the next level. Each time you pass the goal, you'll gain a restock. Another one of your Nubby lives will restore until you reach the max of 5, as well as gaining a couple of coins. However, pull off a crazy enough run and you can get this to scale almost infinitely. Every couple of levels, you'll either receive a store or a special perk slot. The perks will help you withstand the later levels, while the items are where the real insanity comes from. Everything from pants, horse pill, flaming skull, and of course, my man, poop butt. These items will help you progress, sort of serving as the mirror of Jokers in Balatro. Each of them will do varying actions, helping you build the perfect run. An example, poop butt, once the first peg is popped, will, every time the board has restocked this game, gain an additional 15 points. You'll get perks that allow you to proc these guys multiple times, but the really good items are hidden away in the black market. To access the black market, you'll need to eventually stumble across the claw machine. Once here, you can spend the coins you've gained to grab a key, turning the next shop square into the black market. Here you'll get the upgraded items, King Baby clearly being the best. From there, you can just play the game. Buying 2 items will allow you to upgrade them, and when you finally fill out all of your slots, you'll get access to the cafe, where you can feed the mouth in the wall to get various benefits from the food. Hot Dog Dog giving you as many coins as you have lives, Pickle Rat letting you re-roll in the shop an extra time, and so many more. Nubby combines the visual stylings of early edutainment games with just enough mind-numbing lobotomy to make it the most addictive and fun offbeat game on the market right now. I've sunk so much time into this game and I haven't even gotten close to completing like half of the challenges, which some of them are insanely hard. Add on the managers, which you can unlock for different oriented challenges or perks, and Nubby is the best bang for your buck you can get in gaming right now. This is probably the time, if you do the funny dance to rave lights, I would highly suggest maybe not dying watching this video. Ipadbaby is the peak of lobotomy gaming. It is a indie game that I found one day on itch.io. It's truly one of those games you put on when you just want to not exist in this present realm. From the moment you open it, you're hit with this feeling of, what? The gameplay itself is rather simple. You have your standard ring camera staring at you all game, your iPad on the left showing you riveting Subway Surfers gameplay, or perhaps Penguin Pushers. Then you simply navigate through the mazes and meet interesting characters? Littered throughout the map are items you can carry one at a time. Each person is looking for something, so you move along through the stock photo mazes at breakneck speeds, finding the items they need. Gift them the item, and normally they'll drop something new. Rinse and repeat. Occasionally the music will change and you'll get a curfew notice on your screen. Your vision will move in and out of darkness, and I guess you get arrested, forcing you to drop your item. I really have no idea what happens in this day to night cycle. And that's really all there is to Ipadbaby. It is, however, probably one of the most unique games, visually speaking, that I've ever played. It really reminds me of that old Windows screensaver, you know, the one with the brick mazes, albeit it's what I'd imagine I'd remember it as if you had me strapped into the chair Mason style Black Ops 1.
The pennies, Mason. What do they mean?
Alright, Cruelty Squad is sort of a shoo-in for this category, and it's been discussed probably a trillion times, so I'll be brief, but you gotta mention it. Cruelty Squad is probably the game that brought this sort of visual slop aesthetic to the forefront. It's an immersive sim, think Thief or Deus Ex. You play as a hitman, and each level you go through and remove targets. Toss in weird mechanics like a stock market for fish and organs you can gather, a unusual reloading style opting for you to move your mouse down, which honestly is so satisfying and I wish more games did this. Top on the super heavy-handed capitalist themes and hidden esoteric meaning of what it is to be face to face with your own immortality. And Cruelty Squad has something for everyone, including eye-gouging visual. Everything in this game feels gross, from the sound effects to the characters' dialogue. The maps are these jumbled mess of overbearing textures stitched together haphazardly, blocky structures, and yes, a car. Everything has this grimy painting over it, giving some textures this fleshy feel, while others are just insanely bright faces. It rocks. It rocks so hard. There's a reason it quickly became a hit, giving birth to another unhinged sequel in Psycho Patrol R. Maybe the classic lobotomy simulator, LSD Dream Emulator, is a Japanese exclusive PS1 game. Created by the artist Osamu Sato, he revolted the idea of making a traditional game and instead wanted a showcase of art, taking things from a dream diary used by an employee. LSD Dream Emulator was born. The premise is simple. You start the day, interact with something in the world, and get transported to another location. Everything from a toy box landscape, dubbed Happy Town, you'll find odd shapes, the Love Shack, trains, and more. The Violent District, a more down-to-earth but still surreal cityscape with parking lots and sometimes that's so body. Kyoto, a Japanese-themed village with shrines, temples, and a dojo. Each location can have a variation in the textures, depending on what exactly your dream state is. Everything from glitched, uppers, downers, ditto. It's a exploration game at the end of the day, so you're bound to see something new every time you play it. Our final entry into the world of lobotomy is in fact another Japanese exclusive PS1 game created by an artist. Screaming Mad George's Paranoia Escape isn't a great game, but if you're trying to melt your brain through your ears, who really needs high-octane gameplay? The game can be summed up as first-person pinball. You control these two skeleton bats, angels, whatever they are, they're the paddles, and traverse the world of Screaming Mad George, pushing the ball through what are mostly fleshy-oriented levels, taking out things like legs or floating faces, fish creatures, until you reach the end where a boss battle will take place. Conceptually, it seems like a fun game, but it is a slog to get through with terrible controls and horrible frame rate issues. It is, however, one of the most visually unique games I think you can find on the PS1. There's really nothing that comes close to it. It's this revolting mix of like anatomy and machinery. It reminds me sort of a metal album cover or that mouseless slug creature from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I think that'll do for today because honestly, my eyes need a rest. If you want to see more lobotomy-worthy games in a sequel or have any other suggestions for what you want me to cover, let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, might as well hit the like button and subscribe as well to stay up to date on all my fun games. Goodbye. This is so fucking stupid, dude.